When you think boots, you think Ariat. You think comfort from day one and durability to day 1,000. You think steel toes on the job, square toes on the dance floor, with style that owns a Saturday night and still looks sharp enough for Sunday dinner. And through every mile and every moment, you're thinking Ariat boots. Boots that show up, stand out, turn bad ideas into better stories, and still punch the clock come Monday morning. Now, it's time to stop thinking and start shopping. Find your Ariat boots at Ariat.com or a retailer near you.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever think about switching insurance companies to see if you could save some cash? Progressive makes it easy. Just drop in some details about yourself and see if you're eligible to save money when you bundle your home and auto policies. The process only takes minutes, and it could mean hundreds more in your pocket. Visit Progressive.com after this episode to see if you could save. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states.
Every team, every topic, everywhere. This is Believe.
What's up, family? Gerald the Bossman here. You're tuned into the Bossman Show on AM 1010, AM 1430, 1055 The King. Let the King out at 105theking.com and the Bossman Show at bossmanshow.com. Hit me up on Instagram, The Bossman Show, Twitter at Bossman Show, and Facebook, Bossman Show. It's the Bossman on your radio.
Listen to the Bossman Show with your host, JR, Saturdays at 9 a.m. right here on AM 1010, The King.
BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV.
Yes, BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV, covering content and hot topics from A to Z, sports, music, society and culture, movie reviews, you name it, we have it. Check it out on bs3network.com or check us out on Roku, BS3 TV on Roku, as well as check out your favorite podcast on all podcast platforms or Spreaker.com/BS3 Network.
You are now tuned to BS3 Network.
Gayle show. We're back after our recess. People want us to come back, coach, and we're here. But before you get started, as you want us here, donate to the show, PayPal, Bossman Show, Cash App Bossman Show to keep this show running because we're independent media. It all counts. We got to do everything on ourselves. So we got forces trying to suppress us, but we have to rise above it. So donate to the show. You love the show, Bossman Show, PayPal. Hit us up there, Venmo, PayPal, Venmo, Bossman Show. Also, Cash at Bossman Show, Cash at Bossman Show. So, Coach, we ready to go, Coach. What's up, brother?
JR, you know how we do. We are grinding. Every college coach right now is grinding.
Yes. Coach, you're right about that. I've been getting out since these secret scrimmage emails, but that shouldn't be coming out. Or secret scrimmage texts. Does that happen in D2 as well, Coach? Does the secret scrimmages get leaked to people? Does that happen in D2 as well?
It does happen. I think it happens because more so the players at this level than the coaches. Coaches ain't going to say anything. I think it's more so the players. Well, social media is powerful now. So, the players will do their little secret, messages to come out and. But I will say this, the student athletes want people to come watch them. I think coaches are more worried about people coming to see them early. But I think the student athletes are more concerned about people being there, people being in the stands. So I get it.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, Coach, I received a bunch of texts about secret scrimmages. I'm like, wow. I mean, Not so secret scrimmages now. Or now in the D1 level, They're playing real exhibition games now rather than secret scrimmages
They're
now.
playing exactly. They're playing exhibition games. So, and I think that's a great idea, actually. I think preseason is actually good. It's always better to play, games that may not count, for stats and in the standings, but good film to have. And if you can get an atmosphere, that's even better because you can, see how your new guys or your freshmen can respond in those atmospheres.
Yeah, coach. And coach, for you, man, are the guys sick of seeing Royal blue and gold right now? They want to see somebody else. Cause I'm sure that's getting to the point of I'm tired of going against you every day.
I mean, I'll say this: we've had some really good practices, just in guys competing against each other, and I think we have the right mindset. And um, you have to not be comfortable in order to grow. So I think you definitely want to see another opponent, but like I tell my guys every day, man, you gotta be able to make it about the process, make it about the work, and not, concentrate on the result and not concentrate on, you know, well, it's going to be leading up to a championship game or it's going to be leading up to a rival conference game. You got to enjoy the daily, day to day monotony of weights, workouts, film, practice, recovery, pre practice treatment. If you don't attack that, then it's going to hit you when you least want it to hit you. But if you are about that and about that process, it's just like a class. You're in a class, you got to make it about doing the assignments. If you have online classes, doing the discussion board assignments, get ready for the quizzes, get ready for the tests or exams, get ready for the midterm, get ready for the final. It's got to be about the process of the day to day, because by the time you get to, oh, I got this, big midterm coming or this big finals coming. Well, if you haven't been doing anything throughout the class, it's going to get you. So it's got to be about the process.
Coach, you took me back to that e-learn. I used to hate the discussion board, so I ain't gonna lie. But I did enjoy them taking my exam with my book closed. Like, sure, I'm ready to have my book closed. Really? You can't see what I'm doing.
Well, that's how I got my master's, JR. I took a lot of online classes when I was a grad assistant at Tiffin University. So those discussion boards, I made it about the day to day, man. And those discussion boards were easy, man. All you got to do is do the work, read the chapter assignment, do the assignment, and put your discussion get that little reply, and then you develop a little community with that e-learning class, man. So again, it's about the process, man. Too many times people, man, I think what's really hurting in this world, man, too many times people forget about just giving thanks for the day. They want to lead up to a holiday or their birthday or some type of event instead of giving thanks for just being alive and breathing and living today.
Yeah, because being above the ground is a great thing.
Exactly. Exactly.
Because there's people who didn't wake up today,
Exactly.
whose journey
Exactly.
ended today. So yeah, coach, like you were right, man. Like, yeah, now, coach, this is me back in the day because that was when Facebook was kind of college only. I would look at the name and the little groups, see your face.
Yep.
Like, hey, how you doing with your classmate? What's good? Let's have a study group together.
Hey, you taking me back too. That's right. We used to always look them up on that. At that time, it was Facebook. I'm gonna take you back. You remember Black Planet?
Hey, now it got kind of scary because you know who was what sometimes. Like, hold on, no, I'm gonna let that one slide. But yes, I have had many meetings on Black Planets. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Even MySpace.
MySpace, yep.
Yes.
But I was more of a Black Planet person.
Yeah, hey coach, you remember them phones you had little have some like the Moco spaces and the dating game? I used to feel that stuff too. I remember chicken in Oakland, a cougar off that back in the day. The little dating game had T-Mobile on the internet. They had to go on the internet. The little flip phone, the Motorola. Yes, I remember all that. Hey,
Man, these young people, man, they think that we haven't had the game. You know, we weren't MVPs back in the days, and we
coach,
didn't have
coach,
championships.
coach, you know what my high school thing was, which is crazy now. The Nextel chirper. Remember they was like,
Yep, yep,
I had
yep.
the Nextel chirper.
You had Nextel chirp. Yep.
We would be like, now as a grown man, I'm like, man, we was tripping. It really wasn't cool because we talked to church, but at the time, like you were chirping, like it was at the time it was cool.
Right.
Now look
Right.
at that now that was a little bit dangerous.
Well, I think young people are gonna look back and say the same things about stuff that they're doing now. So that's why I always say, man, give people a chance to mature and grow, and they'll figure it out.
Yeah, no doubt, Coach Bernard. Listen, boys be hitting it, but I remember that for real, Coach. Like, because coming off homecoming, when I came homecoming, you did too, Albany State. Yeah, I some of the situations talking about them things like, okay, this is I ain't gonna say the professor's name, but my homeboy had a situation where he was lock the door before your class, right? But my homeboy taking his mother to radiation,
Mm,
and they was running behind.
right.
And this man would let him in class and said that, nah, you were late. And he said that, he said he didn't care. His mother had radiation. He got punched. And we were talking, he deserved to get punched. Because, see, I think that's the problem with leadership and leaders like some leaders. They don't make room for life to happen. And I know you have your rules, but this man was coming from radiation with his mother, for real. He wasn't making that stuff up.
Right.
And you say you don't care because you don't care about your class. And I think
He could have asked for documentation. That's true.
but you just go with the I don't care, So I get your classroom, but you can't come with somebody like that. And I do feel like some professors back in Tennessee State and other places too probably overstep their bounds with their power because this is my classroom. No, because I pushed the limit on one professor about my hat. My hat ain't hurting you teaching your class. You might not like it. I went to the dean student in the fast. I'm like, this woman won't let me in class, go wear my hat. And they're like, well, his hat ain't going against U.S. policy. You can't apply your own standard to it. So there are ways in the university you can get stuff and just say that doctor, that professor had to relent on my man because it was proven what he was saying, and he got reprimanded for it. Yeah. It's just so you don't care about it's just where you might not care, but you don't say it out loud.
Yeah. Yeah. Or you just ask for documentation. That's all. But you know what? That is life. I try to tell my guys the same thing. My biggest line to them is figure it out, because there's going to be a lot of things that's going to be unfair. And again, like I alluded to earlier, you don't grow in comfort. So you have to think outside the box. You have to understand that life is going to have challenges. You have to figure it out, and it's not fair. And like you said, your friend, that he's doing that for his mom, and I guess in that moment he figured out, you know what? Let me take, because he's probably already going through stress, seeing his mom going through that. I have something that I can relate to that. With my mom being on dialysis before she passed away, so I can already know he's already on point and stressed. Then he's already adding to that with being late to the class, because obviously he didn't want to be late. So the professor at that time saying that, he got consequences.
The student was given a reprieve because who wouldn't be he's under stress, as you said. He's his mom battling cancer, radiation. He got knocked the heck out in front at the door. So he don't care. Because just like you said, I don't care if your mama may die, which his mom bitch did pass away. But
that's exactly what he's saying. That's exactly what he was saying.
So he got punched for it.
Yeah.
And
that makes you now understand, you put things in perspective in life. And I guarantee you that mom felt bad that he was going to be late for class too, because she could have anybody else take her. She would have somebody else take her for him, in order to go to class. But she knows how important that education is. And I think that's another thing that we need to, you know, let people know about our young people. They're very serious about education. May not seem like it with some of the habits they have, but there's a lot of temptations out there. There's a lot of distractions, but they always, are trying to figure it out. I actually had a young man hit me up that used to play for me that transferred, that is trying to finish up. And he reached out to me to try to get back in school. And I have a lot of those conversations with former players that are trying to get back and trying to finish up, man. So, we need to give young people more credit about how they take and how they value their education. It's the immaturity that is shown, but it's not the motivation. Nobody pays student loans or takes out student loans and pays fees and all these, monies to not graduate. I think we need to stop, when people are not doing things, but they're registered in classes and you use the term, well, he's not doing anything. Well, how's so-and-so? Oh, he ain't doing nothing. Well, he's in school. What do you mean he's not doing anything? He's trying to get his education. Just because he's not, doing what you want him to do doesn't mean he's not doing anything. At the age of 18 to 22, trying to figure it out, trying to figure out life, So we need to stop being so hard on people that are just trying to figure it out.
100%, and like it's just really crazy. Like, I talked to somebody offline before we got on the call about their issues at their job, and I feel like there are many people in leadership who should not be leaders, who cannot lead at all, who are just in a position. Like, like it's just crazy to me, like how people who are managers, supervisors, or what have you, team leads can't lead a damn lightning bug. You know what I mean? And do stupid stuff. But I think leadership is something you either have or you don't.
Correct.
You can't can't read a book, go to a class, go to coaching. You either have it or you don't.
Correct.
Leadership is something you come with inherently from your birth, and you can't really you either have it. You can. That's why because I've been coaching and teams try to push people to be leadership and leaders, and it always fails.
Right.
That's not who they really are. You have to let them be who they are within the ecosystem and
that
find their way. Some people are leadership by example, by mouth, by actions, or whatever. I was more of a action on a team because I knew if I said something, because you know how I talk, coach, it might hurt feelings. So I said, let me just lead by what I do. Because I know if I say how I really feel, it's going to break somebody's spirit. So you have to know how to lead. How do you lead? And if you're a leader or you're just a follower or you're just a member of the bus or the cog, per se. And I think that's a problem we have in today's society, in corporate world, sports world. People who are not equipped to lead and lead effectively.
I think the leadership is determined by how you affect other people to be better, how you affect other people, how you empower other people. So you can have servant leaders that don't say a word, but they'll do their job and then they'll help you and walk you through your job, or they'll even take the time to help you do your job. I think that the best leaders are the ones in the front lines, taking the most heat, taking the most whatever, being the most accountable. So to me, accountability and being a good servant, to me, shows the best leaders. But the leaders that, like you said, are vocal and like I tell some I tell some of my guys when they're always talking, you want to talk, obviously. You want to communicate, you want to be vocal, which is great. But I'm like, don't say anything if you're not doing the same thing the other team is doing. You know what I mean? Like, for whatever reason, if you can't, if you're rehabbing or if you're trying to get through something and you can't physically do it, your teammates don't want to hear, I call them cheerleaders. They don't want to hear cheerleaders at the time. If you're not doing it right next to me, better you don't say anything, you know? But a good leader is not going to say anything. He's going to do everything. And if he does say anything, it's going to be positive and encouraging. So sometimes I think the problem in this world, and it's at every level, at every position in life, I think we have a lot of either placed leaders or phony leaders. So you have a leadership role because of who you know or who you're related to, or you have a leadership role because you were able to fool people. And I think real leadership gets exposed in times of crises. And that's where you're going to know who the real leaders are. Because real leaders step up. They don't need to be told anything. They just do it.
Exactly. And dealing with that, coach, is sometimes you are a leader and you have a team of people who are only used to your way. Do you have somebody who's came from a different way and be like, nah, this ain't really what it is?
Right.
And a true leader can accept criticism constructively and take it. Because sometimes when you're placed with a group of people, they just used to your way. They don't know other way but your way. And you think you're being a good leader. That's
comfort. And the problem with that is you're not going to grow. And if you're competing with innovators, you're always going to be behind.
Exactly. And you know what? I talked to the young man about this. He's on his fourth different coach. He says some things about, he told me straight, he said, JR, this coach ain't what I thought he was. Of course. You're in the portal speed dating. But it's like, I play with 3 other coaches, and there are things I like and I don't like. This coach, like, everything I don't like. I get it. It's the portal era. And
it's the portal era.
And it's your senior year, and now you're with a guy who you really don't like how he does stuff.
Here's the downside of the portal era. You get a lot of incentive to come to attend a school and to play. Here's the problem. You got lied to, because the problem with money, the problem with tangible incentives is I can use that to tempt you to take something that's not for you. And I tell people all the time, you have to prioritize what's the most important thing for you. If being led, being mentored, learning and education, that might cost something. It may cost you financially, may cost you physically, may cost your ego. But if you're given everything, you're in comfort zone. So now you may be playing for a program where, hey, we gave you all this NIL, we lied to you, but so what? Because you got all this NIL, you got everything taken care of. We just really needed you because we didn't want such and such to get you. Or we just needed you because we thought we wouldn't get such and such back. Well, they came back. So that's the portal error. Got to deal with it. So now, to me, it takes away that what we used to play basketball for. Allen Iverson would have played for John Thompson regardless. You know why? Because when everybody abandoned Allen Iverson, John Thompson was there for him. So Allen Iverson wasn't thinking about no incentives or anything. Allen Iverson was like, that's the man I want to play for. That's what we need to bring back as far as college basketball. Choosing coaches and programs because you know you're going to be a better man going to that program and playing for that coach.
100%, coach. And we'll leave it there, coach. It's Patrick Gayle show. We're back. We're in season mode. I'm about to get travel here today, and coach got some stuff going on. So we're going to work around these schedules being coach got, but we'll be together real soon, more sooner than you people think. Just know that, coach.
It's here. It's here, JR. It's here.
Yes, sir. So, coach, man, look, have a great practice today and keep it grinding, brother. And we'll get this thing going, coach. We're going to make it work, brother.
Always appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
BS3 Network. Changing the way you watch TV.
Yes, BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV, covering content and hot topics from A to Z. Sports, music, society and culture, movie reviews. You name it, we have it. Check it out on bs3network.com or check us out on Roku, BS3 TV on Roku, as well as check out your favorite podcasts on all podcast platforms or Spreaker.com/BS3 BS3 Network.
You are now tuned to BS3 Network.
What's up, family? Gerald the Bossman here. You're tuned into the Bossman Show on AM 1010, AM 1430, 1055 The King. Check The King out at 105theking.com and the Bossman Show at bossmanshow.com. Hit me up on Instagram, The Bossman Show, Twitter at Bossman Show, and Facebook, Bossman Show. It's the Bossman on your radio.
Listen to the Bossman Show with your host, JR, Saturdays at 9 a.m. right here on AM 1010, The King.
If you like the show, please take a moment to rate, review, and subscribe. It really does help the show to grow. Thank you for listening.